During the months that followed, the process of testing continued relentlessly as the prototype F-15 was put through every possible role it might be expected to perform. By late 1974, it was ready to be commissioned by the Air Force to become its #1 fighter. On November 14, 1974, President Ford was on hand for the acceptance of the Air Force's first operational F-15. Soon, the F-15 slowly but steadily went into service. One of the first challenges of the F-15 was to demonstrate its maneuverability against other fighters, because it was agility that many previous American aircraft had lacked over Vietnam. Perhaps the most agile of all American fighter aircraft after the Eagle was the Northrop F-5. A light twin-engined and extremely clever little aircraft. In many ways, it had some of the characteristics of the MiGs over Vietnam and had been able to outfly all American fighters prior to the Eagle. In this remarkable film, this Eagle, almost twice the size of the F-5, is able to keep the plane in its sight at all times. A truly impressive demonstration of the F-15's capability. About the same time the Air Force received its first Eagles, another F-15 was being prepared to attempt high-altitude records, which had previously been split between McDonnell's Phantom and the Russian Foxbat. Symbolically, the chase plane, which will follow the Eagle for its first stage of flight, is a reconnaissance version of the Phantom, which previously held the American record. On a cold winter morning in January, one of the specially prepared F-15s, not even painted except for the Streak Eagle symbol, rolls out onto the runway. The purpose of the Streak Eagle test series was to break a number of speed-to-ceiling records. For several days, 3 pilots flew the Streak Eagle, gradually increasing the height and speed. All 3 were to individually achieve records, with Major Robert Smith claiming the highest marks. The Eagle's performance was a resounding success. Steadily, the F-15 Eagle took up its roles with the Tactical Air Command and Air Defense Command. Pilots and ground crews had to become familiar with such an advanced aircraft. Eagles were soon deployed to Europe. Here they stand in the West's front line, the sensitive area where, during the Cold War, East confronted West on a daily basis. There, the presence of a trained pilot and a fine aircraft could do more to preserve peace in troubled times than many would acknowledge. From various European bases, F-15 pilots would constantly train and exercise to ensure the peak of performance. While they may look leisurely now, their tempo increases as the need demands. Here, several F-15s go on a standard NATO exercise, pitting their aircraft's capabilities against other Allied planes.